I like it's just telling me notifications that I was not prepared for.
Oh.
Welcome to oh god, I have hair problems.
Ah,
Ugh. Welcome to Marital Hate. I'm Stacy.
I am Douglas.
We're married. We do not hate each other.
It's a misnomer.
Not usually. Sorry we're late tonight. We're usually here on a time. But tonight we're not.
We're still suffering from turning the clocks back a week and a half ago.
I don't think we really are. I mean, we're just suffering from getting old in general. We're fucking suffering from getting old.
Suffering. And it's raining here in Florida. It's going to apparently
What are you
2 storm fronts have collided over Florida, and it's going to be a soaker tomorrow.
Can I just right now, I'm just going to tell you guys, marital hate. Doug's vibe is not where it needs to be. Like, he's just not. The other day he was super grouchy. The football thing didn't go well last night. It like really didn't go well last night. And
like
then,
it went as bad as humanly possible.
And then we had a setback with the business that is frustrating. And it's just, and his throat hurts. So he's a little bit of a grouch today. And you know what that means? If you're married, then I get to deal with it, or whoever your partner is. Like that's, and I'm sure I have bad days and drive him freaking crazy. But here we go. And it's tough because it's like every time things seem to go like well for us. Tell me if you have had this experience. Every time, by the way, I turned my skirt into a dress again because I didn't want to wear my shirt anymore. Tell me if you've had this experience that like your life seems to be going one way. You think it's going to go one way, and every time you feel like you're making progress, something happens. The rug gets pulled out from under you. And, that has happened a lot in the 6 years that we've, 6 years? In the 10 years that we've been married, the 11 years that we've been together. That's happened a lot. So
we've only been married 6 years in Canada because they use a different formula.
It's a metric system. Actually, I think it's more. So we would be married like 23 years in Canada.
Oh, that's not nice.
So the more
I should get you some.
No, don't. We booked a non-refundable vacation yesterday, and then today we're having like a setback. So we're stressed out, but that's always like that's life, right? Like things come and they go, and but this is me, by the way, like giving you guys like life advice and also nagging my husband. So please let me continue. No matter what happens, we will be fine. We will pick ourselves up and dust ourselves off and enjoy the ride, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to. Has that not happened every fucking time? Minus my disease.
Yeah, minus your disease.
And,
and
some stuff with the kids.
Various whatnots.
Some stuff with the kids. But you know what? It always works out in the end. If it hasn't worked out, it's not the end. What do you think about that, motherfucker?
I don't think that's necessary, but whatever.
You are literally a motherfucker. You fucked a few mothers, by the way. I'm not the only one. So you're a motherfucker. You're multiple motherfucker.
Multi.
I'm multi too. Different way.
How many mothers have you?
No, I just said I was multi.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're a little over the top.
A little.
Little.
Seems like an understatement. So anyway, we do a live podcast. We're a little late to start tonight.
Yeah. So it's like it's late.
Typically starts at 8. We start at 8:03. And it's live and interactive. So wherever you're watching from, be it Facebook or YouTube or whatever, comment. And if you comment, we pull your comment up on screen like such. That's just like a dummy comment from the platform that we use, which is called StreamYard. They do not sponsor this podcast. Nobody sponsors this podcast.
Speaking of StreamYard, I had a friend of mine reached out and asked what we used for a platform and asked what mics we use because
did you tell me just use our laptop?
Because it sounds excellent and we mastered the lighting, which is very tough.
Wait, who is this person?
It was childhood friend Rob Goodwin.
Hey Rob, what's up? I love him.
He does a Red Sox podcast and with his buddies and stuff. And so we were talking about, and I was saying like, if we had multiple, like if we weren't in the same location or if we had we could have, we would have mics or whatever. But he was saying that the headset mics probably work best for him.
I don't want to use a headset mic. I might do AirPods. Although we can't, we could have the same pair of AirPods that we're using at the same time.
Let's just stick your ear together.
Hello. Well, you don't like to be touched. So how are you going to do that? We have stuff to say. Well, anyway, I really
Good point.
appreciate that. You guys, you have no idea. Like we, there's so much stuff we want to do for the podcast and we want to learn how to do for the podcast, but we just we had so much going on. And like with my illness, like I'm never like completely a person. And Doug's been busy with one thing after
Sometimes
another.
she's missing her lower half.
Yeah,
I have to go look for it.
My lower half. I took
You
my
said
lower
you're
half.
not a complete person.
Oh, the lower half of my body. I thought you were talking about the fact that I'm currently wearing my skirt as a dress.
Stubby legs.
This episode was not brought to you by Pure Organic pineapple passion fruit. I think this is my favorite.
It's a PP.
It's not a PP.
Pineapple passion.
I do put
PPF.
I don't even know what to say about that.
That's a PPF.
I don't know why you have to make acronyms for no fucking reason.
Well, it's my military background. I'm an expert in logistics.
In planning?
Planning.
What did you do
planning.
with the military? Just deal with my
I peel potatoes.
idiot ex-husband.
I peel potatoes.
That's his military experience. Okay, so what do we? So live interactive podcast. We talk about stuff.
Blah blah blah.
I actually meant to bring the chat pack out tonight because I'm not particularly prepared for the pod. Are you?
Hello.
And that's it's tough because when we're when the podcast is going, we have people here. They're interacting with us, or we're prepared. It comes together beautifully.
It comes
Sometimes not so much. And
sometimes I have photos to share, things of that nature.
Yeah, we're not exactly prepared. And our little OG lesbian, Tracy, they just moved to their new house. Congratulations. But they don't have internet yet. So she's in a tough spot.
She needs to put up an aerial.
An aerial?
Back in the day, used to put up a TV antenna. Called it an aerial.
For internet.
Yeah, that's why it's funny. If it was for TV, it's not that funny. Putting up an aerial for TV antenna, not that funny. But putting up an aerial for internet is funny.
So I do have a few things I want to mention. So this morning, I drove in my little friend Jen. We were talking about something.
Snow White.
We talked about a lot of things. There was something specific that I had in my brain. Took a second later. Goes out. But I did go to get my hair done.
Yes, you did.
Also not a sponsor, but this is a business I definitely support. Manifest in Fort Myers.
Manifest.
MANEIFEST. Taylor, Locks by Taylor on Instagram is the owner. Zasha, at Zasha, is it XACHA? Did my locks this time and the last time. Janelle, either Janelle or Taylor or Zasha, amazing. They do amazing work. Zasha only does locks, but I highly recommend going there. They're super nice, and it's reasonably priced. Actually in the middle of something, but we can stop.
Sorry.
Says Trey says I can't remember if I said hello yet. Your hair looks amazing, Stacey. You did not, but we were so glad you're here. We didn't think you were going to make it because you got a lot going on. Because
you're in the middle of the woods with an antenna trying to get Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Doug thinks you've got an antenna. So it's a little kooky right now. I just threw it up right before the pod, but I should pull it down so you guys can see what it looks like when it's first done. So went to the salon, and I got to tell you, that place is like a warm hug. Like everybody is so nice.
It sounds it.
It's such good energy. It's all these amazing people. And there was this little old man, Joe, with his little walker who's so cute. He was having breathing problems and hitting on me at the same time. He was like, oh my God, it was such a trip. He's like, that's how I've stayed single this long. And he's like, but I've got applications in the car. And he's like, what are you doing later tonight? I said, dinner with you. And he said, we'll do more than dinner. He was must have been 90 years old. It was the cutest thing.
You might not last till dinner.
Maybe not. But so Zasha, who did my locks today, also has Lyme disease, and she's doing much better. And I'm so happy for her. And so we were chatting about that, and we were talking about Nolan's visit. We were talking about Wes's upcoming visit and going to Key West, and that Shay is coming. And of course, she has this amazing memory. My memory is touch and go, but hers is really good. And I do remember obscure shit though.
Yeah,
she remembered everything, and so she was like, it was so funny. She goes, we were talking about building a hippie commune, and she's like, oh well, is Charlie going to build stuff like a dome down there? And I'm like, how do you remember fucking Charlie?
Well, your stories really stick out because of the characters that are in them.
Well, and I think she just knows Trace and Bex as the OG lesbies because I talk about them. And Trace is laughing my ass off. We might have an antenna here. There are red blinking lights around the house in the woods.
That's how they get you.
That might be concerning. You might want to look into.
Are they blinking eyes like Is it eye shine from?
Could be birds. Birds aren't real.
I was thinking squatch, but whatever.
Or squatch.
Yeah.
So this is the part that's funny.
Okay.
So Doug's been using hair gel for a million years. And I feel like hair gel is
Because without it, it just sticks straight up.
That's fine. He's been using hair gel for years, but it looks crunchy and it's time to update. Just update a little bit. So I got him a pomade and a powder so he can use either one. So I'm like, Taylor, I'm like, can I buy this? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I want both. And I'm like, and I hand her my credit card. I'm like, can I have both, please? And she's like looking at me and she's like, you want both? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you're going to buy both. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know which one he's going to like. We'll eventually use both of them. Just give me both. See which one he likes better. Next time I'll get the other one. And she was so confused. And she's not one to like push product.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
but she was amazed
love
that you were
her.
buying both because they're redundant or because
they do the same thing. But I wanted you to have an opportunity to try both because I didn't know which one you were going to like. And they weren't super expensive. And so, of course, again, before financial setback of the day. So I get both and she gives it to me in a little bag. And so Sasha has my hair in a headlock. Like she's got like a little section of my hair and she's got a crochet hook and she's like, and right up against my scalp. So I can't fucking move. And so Taylor hands me the bag and I'm in the chair and you can't really reach anything from there. And I just do a Stacy. Okay, ready for this? I take the bag and I toss it as if it's gonna land on the fucking I'm like,
all right, thank you. I know exactly.
I literally took it and just fucking threw it. Poor Taylor must think I'm out of my mind. And I'm like, in my mind, like, I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm so sorry.
It's almost like you think you have bewitched powers and you can just.
Sometimes I do, though. Sometimes I do shit like that and it works out. And you're like, seriously, how did that just happen? It didn't work out this time. But can you imagine? You're like,
she took care to put that in that little bag.
Puts it in a cute little bag. And I'm like, the funniest fucking thing. And so that was that. So I am going to take my hair down for a minute so you guys can see what it looks like. But Trey says, you do have memorable characters in your stories. Yeah, I told her all about you and Donna on the sofa in the hotel in Massachusetts.
The stories.
Which sounds like a lesbian tryst, but it really wasn't. It was just stories and laughing. And Trey says, no, they're cell towers with lights for airplanes, I believe. Oh, you need like it's like shungite. It's not shugnite. You do not need shugnite. I don't think anybody needs shugnite, but maybe some shungite. You got to do something about the EMFs. Just help try to reduce this. I know you were talking about getting a Q-Link. Sometimes they'd have promos where they're buy one, get one, and we're coming up on Thanksgiving. So, sorry, Black Friday.
So that like they're all tight and like in a quilted fashion.
Super tight. So you can see like my partings, like the whole.
It's gross.
It is kind of gross, right? So it doesn't
see a lot of scalp.
It is. It's like
I can say that. Nobody else can say that.
It's like a lot of. I'm like a baldy up here. That's not a good look. So anyway, it's Can
we play Chinese checkers on your head?
Probably. I like it when it's looser, and I got to tell you, I love Zasha. She's the sweetest. But girl, she got me up in knots, and it hurts. My head hurts so much, and I have my glasses on, which also give me a headache. But my eyes were bothering me, so I'm a hot mess tonight, and I apologize in advance for that. By the way, I realize that like not having a bra on and like sometimes people can see my nippies is like,
it's a bonus,
distracting or whatever.
It's sweeps week. Go ahead, do what you got to do.
Apparently, Skims is now selling bras.
Skims,
which is like the Kim Kardashian Spanx.
Oh, because it contains the name Kim in it. That's so clever.
What?
Skims includes the word Kim.
Look at that, yeah. Anyway, and I'm not a follower of those people, but I think you can say those people as it pertains to the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Plus, that's like a group like that's all encompassing. Like they're every color of the rainbow, and
they're all things, all people.
They're nothing to me, but that's not the point. The point is they're selling nipple bras. It's like a padded Wonder bra with nipples on the bra. So have you seen this thing?
No,
it's fucking really.
Maybe we could pull it up.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull this up for you because it's hilarious. Okay, so let me see if I can find this.
Are they temperature sensitive? Like if you're wearing the bra and you go into a cold room, does it change?
Well, there's a whole commercial about it. She's like, you can be hot and still look cold. It's so bad. But they have Skims. nipple bra. And I guess everybody has seen it. But it's a little ridiculous. And it's just, I don't even know. Do you want to do people like, I got to see this fucking thing on. I'm just going to put it on. Skims nipple bra commercial.
I love how we're
y'all just fucking walk around with your titties hanging out.
Titty.
You don't need to buy a $90 Kim Kardashian nipple bra. It's, I don't know why it's, no, I don't want the view. That would be terrible. Fuck the view and all of the people on it. Everybody is doing like ads about it because it's like the hot thing right now. It's ridiculous. What's our podcast called? No, StreamYard.
I think you know the name of our podcast.
It's called Marital Hate, which is how I feel about you, you colossal pain in the ass. Say something while I'm looking for this.
I got nothing to say.
You guys have to see this. It's like maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Built-in, so no matter how you you'll always feel cold.
Kim Kardashian woke up and said, "Free the nipple." On Friday, the 43-year-old
You can free your nipple. Just walk around with your titties out. You don't need to buy a nipple.
Perfect fullness with a quote built-in fun nipple for shock factor. In the witty video, Kim wears the bra as she cosplays as a sexy scientist and talks about climate change.
It was bad enough you have fake boobs.
Earth's
and now
temperature is getting hotter and hotter. The sea levels are rising.
How many?
The ice sheets are shrinking.
It's been a
And
while.
I'm not a scientist.
But let's just pretend for a minute that you are like back in the single world and
I'm
you
back.
go out and you see.
Back in the saddle.
You want to be in a saddle? You go ahead and be in a saddle.
I'm going to the monkey bar.
You find somebody else to shovel. You find somebody else to shovel your shit. Fucking horse. So anyway, you're with a woman.
Okay. Yeah.
And she looks, you know, she's herein lies the thing. It's endless. It's endless the things that you can fucking alter to make yourself look like some sort of feminine ideal that you think it is.
Yeah.
And it fucking pisses me off that here we have the Kardashians. They have this great platform. And they, you know, what are they using it for? Are they like, hey, like you're beautiful just the way you are? No, they're using it to pimp fucking products and make people feel shitty about themselves. So like, you know, so you meet a woman and, you know, like when you met me, I had a dress on. I had
very nice looking.
I had heels on, but that was pretty much it. Like a little eyeliner, a little mascara.
Yeah,
I'm wash and wear.
Yeah.
This is what my face looked like back then, except skinnier. And then I wore cute little dresses and tall shoes. So, which, you know, even that, like, I don't need to do that to be pretty or to feel good about myself. It's just this societal kind of norm. And so these people make millions off of making women feel like they have to alter their bodies in some way, shape, or form. And be it like, you know, that you have to put makeup on or hair or whatever. So let's pretend for a minute.
Yep.
You've met a woman.
Yep.
And you're like, wow, she's attractive. And so finally, and I get it, like as a man, like you don't give two shits before or after. You just want, like, at least you. I know some men, like men are visual, but some men want that super fake fantasy kind of situation. But like, how do you feel when you have like a woman who looks, and it was funny because this actually came up on Love is Blind.
Yep. You
You have a woman who you think is one thing, and then she ends up being something completely different. So maybe she looks like super glamorous, but you as a man, you don't really like, you're not thinking about the fact that this woman has like fake eyelashes on and fake eyebrows and hair extensions and lip injections and Botox and 6 inches of makeup. And now not only big fake fucking tits, but fake fucking nipples. And then they got on fucking waist cincher, and then they got on padded pants and 5-inch heels and self tanner and fake tan and all that shit. And then all of a sudden they take it all off. Their titties are saggier than mine. which is saying a lot. They got they can't see. They're wearing their glasses, so this is not about me, is it? They've got, their hair isn't real. Like they're just not how they presented themselves. It's like false advertising. How do you feel about that as a man?
I mean, I've experienced some of that, like in maybe not so glamorous ways, but it's well, part of you, like, as you're like, oh, she wants to look as good as she could or whatever, like, so you feel some sort of empathy there, I think, like sometimes, but yeah, you don't want fakeness, but you kind of know that going in usually.
Well,
like,
was I
before
fake?
No, you were not fake.
Have you learned anything new about me since we got
About
married?
you? Oh, I've learned plenty of things about
Like?
you. Most things I know about you are new since we first started dating.
Like?
Your background, being raised by your grandparents.
You knew that?
I didn't know that when we the night we met. I didn't know that.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You weren't listening.
Oh, we had like 2 emails. And I show up at your house with a tiara.
Bunch of porn star shots. You think that by the 4th hole I hadn't already told you that?
Yeah, probably.
Please. I am who I am. Daniel says I can totally identify. And he says, I've been with so many glamour queens with no character that I'm not even attracted to them. I get turned on by character and a nice bum. Yeah. But like, let's be real with one another. I want people to be real. Listen, I like real, raw, real. Unless I happen to be at Disney World, in which case I enjoy the fakeness. It's my guilty pleasure. Leave me alone. But it was funny because on that episode, this guy, like, they had this great on Love is Blind. There's this couple, they had this great chemistry. And she was like super down to earth and genuine. And then she comes out and she has a shitload of makeup on and hair and lashes and the whole 9 yards. And he just didn't like it. And he didn't handle it well. But he was like, oh, that's not who I thought you were.
Well,
I thought you were going to be someone genuine and down to earth.
Well, I think he overreacted because I think she was genuine and down to earth, and he was just overreacting to the
yes and no. I mean,
because girls,
I think he overreacted.
She don't like to look like that every day.
Well, she might though.
She was trying to dress up.
But that's the thing though. She might look like that every day because women today feel so much pressure. Again, the fucking Kim Kardashian cunts of the world to look a certain fucking way. And it's like she feels like she has to look a certain way and she has to be a certain thing. And a lot of women, and I actually saw a meme about this morning.
It's a meme.
And it was talking about a woman who's obsessed with social media will never be it was a man-to-man like article, like where they're writing, and it was like she'll never be happy with you. Like you will never make her happy because she's constantly seeking.
Well, she's not happy in herself, so
she's constantly seeking external validation. So that's what they said.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. But I do know, like, speaking of Kardashians, is that there's been a trend in the last 7 to 10 years. Like, women will do their makeup like exactly the same. There's contouring. There's certain brows. So by the end of the day, all these women look exactly alike.
Well, there's trends in fashion and makeup, and there's in hair too. But I'm not here to do that shit. I do what I want to do.
You here to be reals.
Just keeping it real with you.
Oh yeah, you're about as real as it gets.
Unfortunately.
You know why?
Unfortunately. So Daniel says, my divorce is getting filed on the 27th of November. Congratulations. Do you remember the 27th of November? Did you not pick up that I was going to sing the 27th of November?
I did, but I just kind of went. I thought it was 24th of
Sometimes
November.
our bits don't work. It says right there, the 27th.
All right, I did. Yeah, but I wasn't using the prompter.
Okay, Biden. Daniel says, nobody wants to spoon with a stick. Bony bitches are not in vogue anymore. Whether it's in vogue or not, you know what? There's a type out there for everybody.
Hey, everybody likes something.
While I'm not attracted to like particularly thin men, feels like you're getting fucked by a bag of sticks.
I'm thick as a brick.
It's not good. Not good. You're not. I actually would like you to gain some weight, like especially like in the thigh area.
Area.
You're like that's just.
Yeah. That's tickles.
How do we?
Tickle in my
Y'all want to know
thigh,
a secret about our sex life? I'm a fucking pillow princess because this motherfucker does not want to be touched. Watch. So I just sit there with my legs spread and give directions.
I've had things put on my head.
What do you call the people at the airline with the flashlights and they do this? That's me. I'm like,
They're called flashlight peoples.
They're called flashlight peoples. I'm one of the flashlight peoples at the airports. I'm like, puss, 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 titty, 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 puss, tis, ass. I use the flight. I'm gonna get some. Oh my god, would that be helpful for you?
Oh, that would be an extreme turn on.
You do like it when I tell you though, like what I like, because I usually say
You
it.
can
Like
do what I want anyway. I
What's
just
up?
may give you the illusion that you have some input.
What is wrong with satisfying your wife? And also, I'm sorry, do you telling me that it doesn't turn you on when I'm like all like, oh, like stick your finger in my ass or whatever nonsense I say? Make me a bagel. Like, what do I say in the heat of passion? I don't know, but because it's in the heat of passion, I'm making gorilla noises, and then I say shit like, "Go get me a banana."
Wash out the cup holders in my Jeep with
I
vinegar.
don't say that during sex. Have I ever said that during sex?
Oh, you will though.
Yeah, maybe tonight.
Yeah, baby.
Honestly, I have too much of a headache for sex tonight, and I normally drive.
What?
I've been trying to drive.
Daddy had needs.
I've been having so many fucking. Well, get a goddamn piece of fruit and stick your dick in it.
Is that why you left those mangoes?
You can't really put your dick in a mango. You could use the mango skin as we have in the past.
Oh,
by the way, mango skin around your penis
She's
for a
always
little hand job.
she's always doing things like that. She's like, dude, hey, this will bring.
I don't know what I was doing.
Bring you over here. So,
I have to just point out for the record that without my glasses on, I can't see anything. But they're giving me such a headache. I don't even know what to do.
Could you just do this and like be able to see?
Like a goon?
Yeah. What is this right here?
It's like little bunny
Like,
foo.
yeah. But like you could. Would you see better if you did this? So it's like psychosomatic. Psychosomatic. I think.
Is anybody singing along?
Nobody's doing anything. You.
No, I wonder if somebody watching this knows.
No, nobody knows.
You're moving in with Phyllis on the 29th?
Moving in with Phyllis on the 29th.
No! It is too fat.
She's gonna steal your shit.
I don't think she's going to steal his shit, and you shouldn't say that because she's African American,
Oh.
and that would appear as if
I
it's
had
racist.
no idea.
I don't think she's going to steal his shit. However,
I just watched
It's
Life
too
After
fast.
Lockup, and the lady was just stealing his shit.
Little Red Corvette, baby, you're much too fast. Settle down. No, it's too fast. They've been talking to each other for like.
You don't know it. This could be a front for the mob.
What are you, lesbians on a second
You're gonna
date?
steal your
Stop
silverware.
spending so much time with the OG lesbians.
She's going to steal your.
By the way, they were so cute. They're like, their U-Haul.
Yeah.
They had not a U-Haul. They had like a freaking United or Penske or one of the massive trucks. And I photoshopped. I wrote Tracy and Becky's second date and sent it back to them. So there you go. Daniel says,
Daniel,
yes.
Congratulations. I guess that's.
Are you jealous that he got a sassy black woman? And you don't have a sassy black woman. You have an
you're
angry
sassy.
white woman.
Well, you're sassy.
Am I?
You're full of sass and vinegar.
My friend
Like
Darcy's dad.
like a summer's eve.
My friend Darcy's dad, Mark. You know Mark.
Yeah.
He always called me the firecracker. Where's the
Ah,
firecracker?
firecracker.
Firecracker's here. I think he hated me, but that's okay.
That's my old guy voice, but he's not that old.
Daniel says, I'll be all alone for the 28th. Doesn't that count for anything? No. Hopping from relationship to relationship.
Wait, are you moving or is
bueno.
she moving?
No
What's
bueno.
going
He's
on?
moving in with her. He's a truck driver.
He's truck
Daniel says,
driving,
thanks, Doug. I sometimes, this is so funny. Everybody knows I'm going to say exactly what I think when they talk to me, right?
Yeah.
This is probably why my 4 children do not speak to me or my entire family. I don't know. I'm terrible.
Or the mailman.
Great. Fucking Juan and I are besties. Speaking of besties, I missed.
Yeah, you missed him. You missed Larry today.
I missed Larry, the pool guy, today. He was here. Larry has sold 2 cars. If you are looking for a Jeep or similar product, you got to go see Larry. Daniel says I'm moving to Dallas.
Last time anybody went to Dallas, they got shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. So just be careful.
Allegedly, not really sure that it was him.
See, I think it was him.
CIA.
But I think he had, somebody kind of
forced him to do it. MK Ultra. Not the point. The point is, Daniel, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm fucking thinking. And what I'm telling you is it's too soon. Slow your roll.
Don't bring your shit. If you're moving in with her, don't bring like a nap.
I just can't believe
that. Bindle. Like bring one of those like hobo things on a stick.
Isn't it called a bindle?
It is. I said bindle, but not everybody knows what a bindle is.
Don't correct yourself. Don't
but if you say bring that hobo thing on a stick, they'll know what a bindle is. And therefore I educate the people about the bindle without talking down to them.
There you go. Well, what I can tell you.
Thank you.
Bindle,
I'm trying not to speak down at anybody.
Bindle or no bindle.
Bindle?
I think speaking down by saying and pretending like people don't know words and that you would be speaking down to them if you used a word. Like if you use a word that they don't know, they're intelligent enough to say what the fuck is a bindle or to Google it themselves.
Like a phenocopter.
The fact that you're emphasizing that you don't want to talk down to them,
No.
it makes you sound even more condescending. Double condescending.
I used the word. If you get it, you get it. If not, I included some context clues as to what the bindle was. Therefore, including being an inclusive.
I'm not fighting with you about this.
I'm being inclusive with my content.
I'm not fighting with you about this. I'm not fighting with you. But I don't agree with you. That's not what you said, and we will not talk about it. So I do have this to say. You are not happy with the Bills.
I'm not happy with the Bills.
When he says the Bills, he means the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, reason why we are often not podcasting, somehow previous reason for my husband to live. By the way, something he bait and switched me with. I told him early on, I hate that guys will spend all weekend watching football, yada, yada, yada. He kept that under wraps for quite some time.
It was during the drought, the playoff drought.
And then a football fanatic. You're not just watching your team. You watch every goddamn
you got to watch
team.
the whole ecosystem of the game.
And I remember talking to you once and you were like, oh, I'm in my kitchen watching football. And I was like, what? I thought you didn't watch football. And I was really like, what the fuck did I get myself into? What else has he lied to me about? I'm not even kidding. And so, of course, we watched the Bills, and I'm like, okay, I have my Bills shirt. We'll go to the Bills game. I have a little Bills bracelet. I support him. I listen to the Josh Allen stories and the Tre'Davious White and all of it, DeMar Hamlin and, whatever. And, but I'm like, listen, just the Bills, no other teams. But, lo and behold, he's watching every other freaking game. And it's really been bothering me, especially when we're trying to spend time together. Or so I thought. I would like to spend time with him. I wait all week till he's not working so we can have some quality time together. So it's frustrating. So last night, Doug was very upset.
I was despondent.
Like throwing shit and yelling. And he only threw like one.
Threw my little pillow.
But he was very angry. And today he has decided.
I am done for the year.
Oh, for the year.
You never know. Josh could come back next year and just like light it up.
Okay. Right now, real talk. We've had this conversation about 10 fucking times. I'm going to kill him. I'm actually going to murder him. I'm going to hide the body. I don't know where. But he has told me time and time again when he's angry about football that he's not going to watch football anymore. And he gets angry and his blood pressure goes through the roof. I'm already having a morning panic attack every goddamn day that my husband is waking up dead because his blood pressure is so high. And he said, I'm never going to watch football again. I'm never going to watch football again. I'm never going to watch football. And then this morning again, he told me he wasn't going to watch football again. And 1 year ago today, he had a complete meltdown that involved him yelling at me that is about fucking football. And it makes him fucking miserable, but he's not going to keep his promise. So that's how I feel about that. Go ahead. What do you have to say for yourself?
This is the podcast that you guys have to look forward to after I'm dead. A lot of yelling, a lot of carrying on.
Nope. That's not what it's going to look like at all.
What's it going to look like? You with your new husband?
It's going to be with my new husband.
Your new husband, Jerry.
I'm knocking on Huddy and Todd. I don't know if either of them is interested.
Do you think Huddy or Todd will touch you with a 10-foot pole after they know what I've been through?
Well, the only person that could touch me with a 10-foot pole is Charlie, and I'm not doing that. Daniel says, I love you, Stacey. Thanks for caring enough to speak up. All I have is my guitars and amps and a coffee table. Little known fact, guitars are expensive as shit. And extra known fact, is the coffee table really worth holding on to and moving across the country? Let me know. Daniel says, I'll save you, Doug, which is very nice of him.
Yeah, he will save me. We're bros.
Yes, I have this like lofty fantasy of full-time RV living because we have no idea where we want to live. And it would be a colossal savings. And I'm hoping that maybe you would like give me some pointers for life on the road because you have some experience with it. And he says, go slow, Stacey. Take time. It's time before you start a new relationship.
That's the pot calling the kettle.
Let me just tell you, I have been laying the groundwork with these people for quite some time. I told Huddy that I love him, that I have a crush on him.
And you still get
I told Todd, and emails. I have messaged both of them and telling them that when you died, one of them has to marry me. They are not in a group conversation with one another, and maybe they both think one's going to take the.
That's the worst Bachelorette episode ever, where somebody has to marry
one of them is stuck with me
when I'm dead.
My husband's dead. Like at the funeral, it'll be like, okay, guys, thanks for coming. Which one of you is going to marry me? By the way, I'm a motherfucking pillow princess.
And
I sit around all day. I don't cook.
And
I'm an unemployed pothead.
And
I will try to put my fist up your ass. But like only for my entertainment, not as sex.
yeah, not for you.
What else do you
If
want?
I wanted her to do it, she wouldn't want to do it.
Oh my God. I can't believe you went from this morning telling me you're never going to watch football again. And now it's, I'm not going to watch football this season. Then it's going to be like, I'm not going to watch football for the rest of the year. I'm not going to watch football
for the rest of
for
my
the
life.
rest of the AFC East. I'm not going to watch football until my balls are smooth. And then he runs to the bathroom and shaves his goddamn balls just so he can be like, ooh, the Buffalo Bills, good. Josh Allen, I love you. I have an opinion. I don't know if my jerk off motion came out on camera, but that's what you did.
It did.
I have some things to say. Daniel is rolling on the floor laughing. Don't piss me off. I'll make you marry me. That's right. What do you think about that? Can I make people marry? I did make you marry me.
That's what a lot of people think.
Who thinks that?
They think you tell me how to vote and what, things.
I would love to tell you how to vote. I would love to tell you how to vote. But unfortunately, no, that's just another reason why we have marital hate. Oh,
well, we have marital hate for lots of reasons.
I want somebody to come and massage my scalp. I think I'm going to soak my head tonight.
You could hire a hooker to come over and massage your scalp.
No, we just had a financial hit. We can't have a hooker today. We're going, maybe when I go,
we can't have a hooker
when we go
today.
To the all-inclusive, not the all-inclusive, the clothing optional resort that we're going to next weekend. And by the way, resort term I would use very loosely, but it's clothing optional. Somebody there will rub my head.
Somebody there is going to rub your head with their wiener. Daniel
says, don't threaten me with a good time. I don't think you know what a fucking pain in the ass I am. Have you not been watching the podcast? I'm a total pain in the ass. Total pain in the ass.
No
I'm a little worried that Trace was here. I'm worried. Is she okay? And Anne's not here. Like, I don't know if we alienated our fans or what, but yeah, they're not here, and that makes me sad.
Maybe they just don't want to marry you.
Oh my God!
And if they come to the show, they're gonna marry you. I have to.
Interesting story. Apparently, Peloton told Theo Vaughn, who we love, to pull down the RFK episode of his podcast, and everything that's been RFK has been getting pulled from a lot of fucking places. And yeah, it's something. Tracy says, I am laughing and getting ready for bed. That's crazy because on our screen it only shows one viewer.
Yeah.
So we never. So there could always be more people watching than we know about. Anne says, hello, my friends. And Anne says, I'm here. I just didn't hit send. Hello, gorgeous.
You're lurking.
How is the patient today? How is the caregiver holding up? Trace, I'm glad you're laughing. But don't be like me. If you laugh too hard, you pee.
It's another thing your new husband will have to look forward to.
You know what? I'm going to find myself a husband that wants to be peed on because you know what? I can't shit on you. I can't. I might want to.
It so much.
No matter, like I'm. Listen, I'm going to say this right now. I'm a good time girl. I'm down for most things. However, I can't shit. So like as much as I would like to satisfy your sexual needs, I literally can't shit. I can't do that for you. Other things I can do. If you want me to pee on you, I can do that. I can sneeze on you. I could take like a little earwax because I have like moist ears. I just like
moist mouth ears.
Rub it on you in a seductive way.
Yeah. And then set it on fire.
Do you want to suck my earwax, Daddy? Why are you laughing?
Why am I laughing?
I was serious. Do you want to suck my earwax or not?
Because you know how like when you finally find the truth about something that you've known for so long, and then you realize it's like, you just sort of laugh at yourself.
Don't you want to eat my
No, I don't want to eat your earwax. That's gross.
Do you want to lick my armpit?
No, I really don't.
I may have had a relationship with somebody who wanted to lick my armpit. That was really weird. And Anne says, I've been here. I just didn't hit send. We're both doing good. Thanks. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. And then Trey says, well, after 2 back surgeries, I pee when I laugh too hard. Do you want to get the puss video game with me? We can do like a competition. So it's this puss video game and it's this thing. It goes up your puss and it connects to your phone. Not like with a cord. That would be like a tampon. No, this is, although future tampons will probably do that. It's wireless. It's a wireless thing you put in your puss
with no flames,
and it's a video game and you squeeze and it's like the little man jumps and whatever, you play the game and we can have like a competition. Anybody else will have like, we'll start tournaments. Oh my God, let's start a puss video game tournaments and we'll put them live on Twitch.
Hey,
That
Doug,
would be hilarious.
Hey Doug, can you Stacey come over for dinner? No, we can't. Why? Why not? Oh, she's got to play her puss games with the lesbian.
Okay, if I'm gonna play
What? Oh, they put things up their puss and then they squeeze it and jump a little man on a screen. But that's what they do every Tuesday and Thursday.
Tracy says he thought you were gonna wet Willie him. No. He knows when I'm wet Willie him because watch. See?
Right. I just know. I have
He knows.
radar.
10 years of marriage. Daniel says, God bless you, Doug. You have your hands full. Yeah, and usually his mouth's full too. So you should be so lucky. And
you should be so
Tracy
lucky to
laughing
have
her
my
ass off.
mouth on you, Daniel.
No, I said usually you have something on your face. I'm gonna wipe it off. So you have this. Why are you so?
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm wiping off the white thing. You got it, but the white thing that was on your face. It wasn't like I was like,
I don't know what
It's not like I was giving you more
well, you were
earwax
just putting
or
earwax
boogers.
on me. Jeez.
I will eat a bunch of very sugary foods, get myself the yeast infection, and wipe that on your face. So shut up. By the way, sugar not good for your flora. It's not good for you in any way, shape, or form.
So don't
now
put,
you know.
So don't put. All right, never mind.
What? Don't put what?
I was going to say don't put sugar in your puss.
I do not
Your
put sugar in my
puss.
puss. You're pretty much the only thing I put in my puss.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like you're
It's
not
good to
supposed to
know.
put anything in your ear except your elbow. I only put my husband's penis in
your
my
ear.
puss. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people out there putting puss and penis that are not theirs. OPP. I don't think so. You don't do that. Married people, like you're breaking up a marriage. What kind of example are you setting for the people around you?
A poor example.
We're like adultery, we're cheating. Like that's an okay thing to do. I'm like,
Hey.
and I'm not a Bible thumper by any stretch of the imagination, but thou shalt not commit adultery.
Well, as long as they're
Don't do that.
emotionally available.
What do you mean if they're emotionally available? A promise to, and by the way, in the world that we currently live in, you can't be fucking around because you're going to kill somebody, or you're fucking around and somebody gets killed. Like crime of passion, it's a thing. You'll get away with it. That's why
They'll boil your
I'm
rabbit.
going to fucking kill him. Get away with it because Tracy's going to help me hide the body.
What was Becky laughing about?
And said, I'm sorry, I'm pussing over here. Oh my God, I need to know about pussing. What is pussing?
Well, pussing is your game with your thing.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. We call it pussing. What you doing? No, you don't jump while you do it. The guy jumps. Here, I'll squeeze, you jump.
Ribbit. I'm like, it's like Frogger.
See, my problem is when I think I'm doing it wrong.
Here we go.
I think I'm doing it wrong. So when I do my Kegels, right, like I try to just get my puss because I want my ass to not be like so tight because I have trouble pooping.
That
And
makes two of us.
I want you to put your your finger in my butthole or your dick in my butthole. And so I'm squeezing. But when I squeeze, it makes everything tight. And I don't want everything to be tight. I want my asshole to be like loosey-goosey. I mean, not like intestines falling out loosey-goosey, but enough that you could, reasonably, like if you were like, hey, honey, I would like to put my penis in your butthole. And I'd be like, oh, well, that would be lovely. Instead of being like, oh, God, it's too big, Doug. Although you seem to be okay with that. Like just the statement, it's too big. Your dick is just too big for that. Ladies, that's how you get out of it.
Welcome to marital hate.
If you're not interested in anal, this is what you do. Oh, I've always wanted to try that, but your dick is just way too big for that. It hurts in my puss.
Because in college, I did this with a guy once. And
don't say you did it with a
tore
guy
me
once.
up.
You never say you did it with a guy once. The lesson I learned the hard way is do not ever, ever, ever tell your partner about your sexual history. Pretend you're a virgin, which I'm doing a great job of here on the Marital Hate podcast. Phyllis says, let me touch her until the divorce is finalized. My kind of girl.
Hang on.
What?
So he's moving to Dallas and hasn't even tried on the hat yet.
I wouldn't let you live with me until we were married. You moved in, what, 2 days before the wedding?
Not very.
I will say this. It was funny because the judge,
I tried on
we
that
had
hat.
a legal matter, and the judge was like, well, people live together before they get married. Like, okay. Tell me you're not having a fucking agenda. I have opinions. Daniel says, Doug, you're my hero. Can you explain to me why Doug is your hero? Because it seems like most of my male friends think you're their hero. Is it because you like wrangled a wild beast? Do you think I'm a wild beast? Is that what you think? I'm a wildebeest? I'm a wild beast? I'm like a wild horse.
You're more
to be tamed?
you're more honey badger than.
I don't give a fuck. That's for sure. I don't know, but I have the worst headache of my life.
You could just do your Kegels and see if that helps.
I'm gonna have you oil my head and rub that shit in and make me feel better.
I thought oil something else. I was getting all excited.
I'm telling you, it hurts so much. My head hurts so fucking much.
Well, I'm not the one who had tight knots put on my head today.
I know you're not the one that had tight knots put on your head today. You didn't even have to go to the salon and get tortured. You just got presents. See, this is like gelled look.
It's not. It's just greasy.
It's not greasy.
This is the glaze. This is the glaze.
Gelled look is
glaze.
dated.
Glaze.
Gelled.
And when you put it, you go glaze. It's a glaziness.
It's called
Glaze.
Vanacream. That's what they
the other stuff is Vanacream. It's called Vanacream. Like it's almost like it makes age spots go away, like Lanacane.
There's so many like beauty products that like make promises that they just can't fucking keep.
Well, I like the hyaluronic acid. I'm sure somebody in some marketing department made up a hyaluronic acid.
Oh, guys.
It's not even a thing.
Side note, and I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but the other day I got a little color when we went on the sun.
Oh, she did.
I was using the Kula Sun Silk Drops that my friend Christina got me. By the way, it goes on like a serum on your face.
Like an
very
enzyme.
lightweight. I only put sunscreen on my face and my tattoos typically because if you know, you know, do a little research on sunscreen. And so I put that on and we were out in the sun. So I got a little color. And then we got home and I didn't even think I did my facial scrub on my face that was sunburned. And so my face is like, it feels like I got a chemical peel. Although it was the peel was not chemical. It was what do you call it when it's not chemical? Manual. As opposed
Vegetable
to chemical,
mineral.
and so that it can really irritate the skin. Daniel says, and it was a pretty rough one. Daniel says, yep, I've worn those hats in advance all my life, and it's gone away after the wedding cake. I thought I'd try abstinence until the wedding this time. You're getting married?
No, he needs to get divorced before he can.
Yeah, I understand.
Try
This
on the
is
hat.
a new girlfriend, by the way. This
Yeah.
is like 4 months. He had a girlfriend before that. That was on again, off again.
He's learning from these mistakes.
I'm calling you Little Red Corvette from now on. Remind me, please. And thank you. What are you laughing about? I'm just going to pretend I can't see anything. I'm not going to wear my glasses. They're hurting me too.
Well, he
Leave
says
on the
maybe. He
comments
says
up.
maybe.
No, you are. You're too fast. But we love you anyway. Are you excited to go to the Keys for Thanksgiving?
You know what the Keys are? I don't know if you know this. It's
What?
another word for island.
Fancy.
I don't know why they just don't call them the islands.
So we're going to go to the Florida Keys to have the Thanksgiving. We got reservations for Thanksgiving. It's a little late for us, 8:30 at my grandmother's favorite restaurant in Key West, and it falls right after the anniversary of her death. So I thought that this is going to be good. And we both really wanted to drive to Key West. We enjoy a southern drive on Thanksgiving.
And those bridges like that go out in the ocean. That's pretty cool.
I also wanted to talk about Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So we don't really do much for Christmas. Like we'll buy for the kids on the street and our kids. Like that's pretty much it. Or well, no, we just buy for Wes and Nolan because again, the girls don't talk to me. And well, hey, the upside, cost savings.
They find out they're going to get a present if they talk to you. You can expect.
No, even
call.
then, I've left presents before, and they don't even thank me. So I just don't do it because it's too heartbreaking. So and Christmases have been hard, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, you know, we needed like a little distraction, but we're going away. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So, you know, I recommend that people check the Black Friday deals and the Cyber Monday deals for things that they need. So I started making a list back in September for things that we need, but like we didn't have to buy immediately that I wanted to get a deal on. So I'm starting to watch. And so there's been a few like tools that we've needed. Like I would like to have, I mean, there's stuff that we've talked about for RVing, right? So like I saw the Blackstone griddle on sale for 50% off, $99.99. I'm like, wow, would we use it in the meantime? Since we're not going to use it in the meantime, it's not worth it to use. But then there was like a hand, Home Depot has great deals on power tools for the holidays. So there was a great deal on a, some sort of power tool that we needed. I don't know what the fuck it was. Maybe it was just a new vibrator. I'm not really sure. And there was a little inverter, and it was literally like you used the
battery from the tool
with your to charge your cell phones and what have you. So I thought that was cool. So I'm just like starting to check the Black Friday deals to see what looks good. And I don't know. Has there been anything like, and it's interesting because like Apple doesn't really ever come down. And, you know, my laptop has a hole in it now and it's not really fast enough for all the things that we do. If you ever notice, I try to pull things on screen, my computer just does not load. So we will figure it the fuck out.
We will. But it's a good, timely tip.
But I want to hear what you guys are going to do for Black Friday. And I want you to like, you know, keep us posted with any ideas that you have. There's some stuff though, like I'm like, okay, I'd like to get a doorbell camera because we keep having people show up in the middle of the fucking day. It's awful, but it's a rental. So we need something temporary. And then I'm trying to figure out which one's the best and how you set it up. And it can be overwhelming especially with electronics. And again, I need a laptop and it's so overwhelming. Like when we bought yours, I just called Jeff and he told me what to buy.
Well, you should call Jeff now.
I feel bad calling. I love him.
Just call him when you need something. But
I don't want to be the person that just calls when I need something. The other thing is your laptop came out in a 16-inch and you have a 14-inch.
Yes.
And so I thought that maybe instead of buying me a new laptop, I'd get you the 16-inch and I'd take the 14-inch. But I think it's like $3,200.
Yeah, the big screens are
for another 2 inches. 2 inches.
You tell me, is it worth it?
No.
For the extra 2 inches?
No, I prefer something smaller, to be honest with you. This is a little too big for me. What I have is a little too big for me. I'd like it to be, I don't know, maybe a little inch smaller, inch and a half.
Inch and a half.
Maybe a little narrower, maybe like a 1/4 inch. Just a little narrower. No, it's not. It's the circumference that gets me. I don't know if the length gets me, but the circumference gets me for sure. So anyway, I think sometimes things should be a little bit smaller.
You get what you get.
What happens when I start getting we enter into the puss games and we're all squeezing away?
We'll find
I'm gonna
out.
be like, get your dick away from me. I'm gonna have to find some guy with a little dick.
We'll find out.
Daniel says, "Aw, shucks, I don't know what that was about."
I think we celebrated him in some way, shape, or form.
Oh, I do like to celebrate him. He is a delight, despite the fact that he's a little red Corvette that goes much too fast. You're gonna have problems with your wiener. Interesting topic that came up on the Cape Coral page today.
Oh, some problems with your wiener came up?
No. Somebody was looking for a used mattress because they needed a mattress. They needed free.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
And then, of course, people were like, "Oh, gross, blah, blah, blah." I could not believe it. I'm like, have none of you people ever stayed in a fucking hotel? I guarantee you that 90% of the mattresses that are used in people's homes are cleaner than a hotel mattress. So all these people are like, "I had bed bugs in my house from a used mattress," and blah, blah, blah. Please. Most people's homes are fairly clean. I will say the only time I remember, I mean, of course, there was that whole thing where all the hotels had bed bugs in New York City and like you had to check, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't realize that they were such like a nightmare. And then we watched Married at First Sight, and Mark the Shark had a bed bug infestation in his apartment. So there was a woman in that thread, by the way, crazy woman, but well, she was, you know, she had a bad experience that she related to the thing. She wasn't really a crazy woman, but like everybody being hysterical about used mattresses like they've never stayed in a hotel is ridiculous. She was saying that they had to like empty the whole building and it took them 6 months to get all the bed bugs out. That is pretty bad. But I will say that one of the guys in the thread who had said, you know, "Oh, that's so disgusting, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, some people don't have a choice but to buy a used mattress. Mattresses are expensive. And we actually bought a used mattress that was still in the plastic. So it was used, but it was still in the plastic. And then I bought it from a cute little lesbian couple in Plymouth, and they were about to have a baby, and it was in their gift room.
Baby.
Go ahead.
I was just thinking that we know this one woman that's sleeping on an air mattress.
I know a couple. I think their whole family's sleeping on air mattresses right now. I don't mind the air mattress. We slept on one for what, 4 nights?
Yeah. A couple on each end of the trip.
That's funny.
I was all good.
It was only 1 night here and 2 nights back home.
Was it 1 night here? I felt like it was.
Just the first night. We put the mattress in. We pulled it out of the van and put it on the ground. I can't see the comments. Can you pull them up? Is there any new comments?
No, you can't even tell that there's no new comments.
I can't tell what goddamn blind you are. I'm telling you, my head hurts so much, and I'm super blind.
Well, it's almost 9 o'clock. We could say what we're thankful for, and I will be thankful for helping you get rid of your headache.
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do to help me get rid of my headache, but I would appreciate it. Like a little. Could you possibly give me a little scalp massage?
$30 an hour. That's worth it though for a head rub. I'd do that. I would do that. I'll get the Theragun and put it on your head.
Don't do that.
Oh.
I think I might even wash my hair just to loosen it. I don't know. It just hurts.
Yeah, you always
every
have-
time
you
I
always
get them
have that
done, and
problem.
actually, Zasha does them a little tighter, and different dreadlock technicians do them in varying degrees of tightness. But Zasha she does them tight.
Is it like a steak? Can you order it medium rare or medium or? Can you-
Well, no, just different people have different
all
techniques.
right. Well, can you tell them ahead of time so that you don't get a headache?
I probably could tell her next time, but honestly, like I just love her. I don't want to like ever make her feel like uncomfortable. She's just a
Is
delight.
that the one with the sweatpants?
The sweatpants.
Okay.
She's so sweet. She just cut her locks. They were down to her knees, and she cut them to they're even shorter than mine. They're like up to
Oh, wow.
here.
Did she,
Mine come down to my waist. By
did
the
she
way.
give? She did give them away. Can you give them as?
She might have actually kept them to make dread extensions.
Oh.
Real human hair dread extensions are like people desperately want your dreadlocks.
Used hair.
Some people will do is they'll take a lock of their child's hair. This is actually really sweet. They'll take like a lock of their child's hair. So like their child gets their first haircut and they'll
put it in there.
put it in and it'll give it like, especially if it's like a little kid with like blonde
Yeah.
hair, it'll give them like a little blonde piece
Oh,
and
that's
it's their
very
child. And Zasha even got rid of my little holes today. So that was good. She's great. I love her. Love her. And they do just great work. And I have been told feathers, very cool to have in your dreadlocks. However,
They'll give you mites.
you can't get them wet. They're not going to give you fucking
Oh, they
mites.
give
Oh
you
my God, why are
mites?
you on a bug theme tonight? So, gratitude. I'm thankful for those of you who have watched the podcast and follow us. Tracy, Ann, Daniel, anybody else that's out there, we appreciate you so much. We're so grateful for you. I'm grateful for going to Manifest today and having a wonderful experience. I'm grateful I got to have some laughs with my friend Jen in the car this morning. I'm grateful my friend Christina had a great birthday yesterday. I can't believe I forgot to mention on the pod. My brain is a blur sometimes. I'm grateful that Dawn is coming soon and Wes is coming soon and we're going to Key West.
And I made you a delightful apple and cheese quesadilla.
Oh, the apple and cheese quesadilla. It's the shit, people. Yes, I am thankful for
What
that.
are these things made out of? Almonds?
I don't know.
The tortilla.
Wait, I think so. Are you thanking yourself for making me a quesadilla, or you're saying I should be thankful for that?
I'm thinking we're both thankful because we both ate them.
Yeah. My nose. I think Nolan like brought cooties from the plane, not like intentionally, but like between living in the dorm and the plane and me having no immune system, he brought us cooties. We're both sore throats and stuffy, but we're taking them out of Lauren.
Taking it.
Actually, I didn't take it yet.
Keeping it at bay.
So, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for many things that
No, specifically. You say things that, no, not I'm
trying to think. I don't have anything. I don't think I have anything like.
Are you thankful for the Clash?
I'm thankful for the Clash. I'm thankful for having my MacBook because it works very well.
So well, in fact, that we're getting compliments on our pod.
I am thankful. Oh, I was thankful for some people reaching out and my friend George calling today at dinner time.
Love George.
Sandy was making some Tex-Mex. So
by making, she means bought at the store.
No, I think she made it.
Oh, I thought he said he was going to pick it up.
No, she was making it.
Oh.
While he was sitting there talking to me. What was there any other surprises?
Are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for you, and thankful for the fact that you do many nice things for the world and for me.
Are you thankful for chocolate torte?
I am. Yes, flourless
chocolate torte from
Torta.
Publix.
It is el.
Although it does have
chocolato.
sugar in it, we usually have it with. I have it with raspberries.
Torta.
Little sliver.
Just short for tortillas.
Just like 2 little bites.
Yeah, but you don't get very much. It's like
you don't need
like
to. You have like a sliver.
It's
you're fine.
very dense. Anyways, I ran to Publix and there was a screaming kid, and you know what I'm thankful for? That screaming kid got taken out of the store by the mom because it was loud and everybody was like, "Oh my God, is this kid ever going to stop?"
Well, you think if it was loud for you, imagine how the poor mother must have
felt. I was worried
and
about
by the way,
kid too.
The kid screaming its head off was probably being parented.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what? People are like, oh, the kid was crying in the store, blah, blah, blah. No, you know what? Good. It means you're doing your job as a parent, I think, unless the child is being neglected or abused and then it's crying. Okay, that's a different reason. Burrowing owls are here. We're thankful for burrowing owls.
We're thankful for all owls.
Yeah, but the burrowing owls are kind of our like show mascot. I mean, second only to the flamingos.
Yeah. And I'm thankful for a roof because if it's going to soak tomorrow, a couple inches of rain, I want to be nice and dry.
Okay. Oh, and I'm thankful for Love After Lockup, that show.
Yeah, well, it makes you feel good about yourself sometimes.
we find ourselves screaming at the television quite a bit. Like that's the thing about us. Like I only, there's certain shows I only want to watch with Doug so we can yell at the television together. And actually Nolan was like, we were watching RV videos and Nolan likes it when I go off on a tirade about the RV video people.
Your tirades are good. What was I going to say about the Love After Lockup? Yeah, it's
Oh, the one girl. Okay, there were 2 women in prison. Okay, there's 2 women in prison. One of those women is like, no, I'm a dude. So she starts becoming a dude. And then the other woman is like, oh, I love you, but I'm getting out of prison now. I'll talk to you later. And they stay in touch. But the dude that's in prison is like talking to other chicks that gives him money to give to the girl. And then they get out of prison. And the one that's been out that stayed a girl and the one that's a dude, in theory, this girl wants to have a baby with him, like bad. And so what they would do is give him a bunch of hormones.
Wait.
What?
She's a chick.
Yeah, they're both chicks.
Yeah, but she didn't used to be a dude.
The one that looks like a dude used to be a chick.
The other one was always a chick.
Always a chick. Yeah.
Okay.
So the dude one would have to go off his hormones, which would be detrimental.
Yes.
And by the way, my issue with like, I don't really care. Like be a man, be a woman, be a cat, dog. I don't give a fuck. I don't want anybody to put chemicals in their body. So I wish he would just like dress like a lady, but whatever. So he, because I care about him. I don't want him to have 9 kinds of fucking cancer. So he was like, the doctor said that in order to conceive, he would have to go off of his hormones for 3 months and then take these hormones that make him ovulate. They would take the eggs out and put them in her and she would have a baby. And he is like you're telling someone that they went through all of this to become a man, that they should stop doing that they're going to have massive side effects. So you can take their ovary and y'all can have a baby together. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Get drunk. Just go to a bar, fuck some guy and bring home the baby. Save yourself a lot of money.
The good line in the whole show was, well, when we get his egg, it was very funny. His egg.
We've seen a lot of that. We recently somebody recently said to me, she was sucking her girlfriend's dick. And I was like, she was sucking her
struggle is real.
So we're old, right? And we're trying to be like thoughtful and considerate of everybody. And we're changing with the world. But I'm still like, again, I'm still going to be a little thrown by she was sucking her girlfriend's dick. It's going to throw me a little bit. Bear with me. We're playing catch up here. Thank you. I will teach you calculus.
It's semantics.
Or something. Really. I'll teach you about rotary dial phones. You're going to have to bear with me and teach me the politically correct way to deal with your friend sucking her girlfriend's dick. I just wasn't prepared for that comment. Trace says, I'm thankful for an air mattress and not sleeping on the floor. I'm thankful that you pulled through after getting a tight twist done. It's funny because Doug said, are we going to do the podcast tonight? Again, his vibe, not so bueno. And she said, I hope you feel better. Thank you, gorgeous. I'm thankful that Doug is done with football for at least the remainder of the season. Right. Thank you, Tracy. Doug, are you committing to our viewers here that you are done with football for the remainder of the season?
99% sure. The draw, it's like a drug you have to go off of.
I don't think, you know how sometimes I'll go on these like deeply elaborate tirades about her sex life and blah, blah, blah. That won't be a problem in the coming future. You know why? Because he's promised me more times than I care to tell you that he's not going to watch football because it makes him miserable and I have to fucking deal with it. So I have marital hate and I'm going to end you with that. I love you all.
Do you love me?
Right now, I'm really upset with you.
I'm working on it. I don't want to get sucked back in.
It's not about you getting. I mean, you might as well be drinking. Like it is. It has a terrible effect on you and the people around you. So I'm hoping that you're going to make the right decision. But I'm going to work on my OnlyFans and maybe my dating ad and see what happens in the meantime.
Can I watch other things like bullfighting?
Yes. Unless you get emotionally involved in it and your blood pressure goes through the roof and you're going to fucking die. You're throwing stuff and acting like a goddamn lunatic.
Pedro, you let that bull run through that cape.
I can't. It's such a cause of stress in my life. It is such a cause of stress in my life, you watching football. It's not healthy.
I apologize for the stress.
Yeah, well, you're going to keep doing it anyway. I have sworn off the Patriots for this year. I think that the NFL is fucking rigged.
The Patriots
But
swore
even
off
if
that
it's-
guy that got arrested with the guns at the airport,
Maybe, but even if the NFL is not rigged,
which it could be.
I believe it is rigged. It has had a negative effect on our relationship and our lives and on your life.
Then it must go.
When you see marital hate, Doug drowned in Key West, it was because he put on fucking football. So we leave Thursday. So when's there football again?
I have no idea. Well, there's football on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays. No, Sunday, Monday.
He's going to be
and
listening
Thursdays.
to NFL radio first thing tomorrow morning. You probably listened to it today. Or you did listen to it today.
Well, they fired their coach.
So you listened to it today.
Thing.
How long was it? Was that before or after you came in and told me you weren't going to watch football?
Probably before. Because then I saw the news and I was like, well, I wonder why they did that. Anyway, but I didn't listen all afternoon. So there you go.
Anyway, we all make choices in our lives and you have to pick healthy ones. And I'm going to do my best to pick them in spite of what anyone around me does. So there you go.
You can also pick your healthy nose if you like.
I'm going to pick my healthy nose and rub my fucking boogers all over your face if you put fucking... I'm not even kidding about this, Doug. It is fucking... It has been so stressful for me. I'm waking up every morning having a fucking panic attack that you're dead. And you're watching football and your face turns 10 shades of red and you're all fucking upset. Is it worth it?
No.
Is it worth the fucking stress you bring to your wife?
No.
Do you want your kids to be like, oh yeah, dad just had to watch one more fucking football game.
Kill
Sorry,
them.
you won't make it to my graduation, dad.
Kill them.
You had your father die at a young age. Would you
Yeah.
like to fucking do that to your kids?
I don't want to do that. Both
There
my
you
kids are
go.
older than I was, though, so I made it.
I would like to thank my grandmother for teaching me how to lay on a guilt trip, but I'm not even fucking kidding. This is not funny. He needs to take it very seriously. And I had run your blood pressure numbers by Trace and Bex, and Bex was very concerned.
See,
So-
Beck is the nice one.
They're both the nice one. It's okay. You know what? Bex is the nice one. That's why Trace is going to help me hide the body. I'm going to line up a nice life insurance policy, toot sweet, and you can help me hide the body. Love y'all. We're going to bed. Well, in different beds. I'm not even going to go near him until this nonsense
Marital hate.
ends. Goodbye. Love you.